In this video, I'm going to tell you more about the Datasheet module. Like with all the add-ons, we go to add-ons, we search for the module, if we find it, we click on it, we activate it, we wait for the confirmation message, we go to the content section, we find the module and we click on it. Now the data module is a module that is very powerful. It is a way for you to take a whole lot of information, information like a list of students with student numbers and their exam pass rates, for example. It's a way for you to put that on your website and allow students with the individual or with their individual student numbers to search for and find their exam results. So you can use this for any type of information where you have a unique number. It can be an ID number, it can be an account number, it can be anything. So it's basically a way for you to take that unique number and link it to a whole bunch of information in a spreadsheet. So to get this working, the first thing we need to do is we need to decide on the columns that we will have in our spreadsheet. Now, as I mentioned, the example that I'm going to be using is a spreadsheet that will give exam marks to a bunch of students. So what we do is we add our fields. To do that, we go to the add fields and we click on add field. We enter our first field. Now what I would suggest you do is the first field that you enter would be, or it would be easiest if that field is the actual searchable or unique field, like the student number or the account number or the ID number, etc. So in this case, I'm going to make that the student number. Very important, you'll see on the left hand side there is a block or a tick that you can make to make the searchable. Now if we update, let's just do that again, sorry, student number, we make it searchable, we update it, we add it, you'll see that you can make more than one field searchable. Again, that might work in some instances or depending on the type of information, but if you want to display a specific line of results linked to a specific number, then it's best to make only that unique number the searchable field. Field number 2, we're going to make the student name. We're going to update it, we're going to say add field, and again, as I said, we can add as many columns as we want. We can have a surname, we can have an address, we can have a hair color and an eye color and whatever it is that we want. But again, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to put the last field as the exam mark. Please make sure that when you add the field, I'm just going to do that again, that you update it. When you update it, it will actually link that or create that column. Make sure that you click on the update button after you've entered the field. Once we've done that, we've now created the columns of our spreadsheet. What we now need to do is we need to go and populate the spreadsheet with a list of all the student numbers, the student names, as well as their marks. So to do that, we're going to go to the upload or download CSV. Now the first step that we're going to follow is we are going to download the CV. So basically what we've already done, we've now created a CSV or a comma delimited Excel file that we will use to enter the information. So if we click on download CSV, it will ask us if we want to open the file or save the file. I'm just going to open the file, and then I'm just going to put it in here. So what we've got here now is we've got the 3 columns in the CSV file that we created. So what we need to do now is we need to fill in all the information of all the students that we have in our class or in our school or whatever it is, so that the minute that we've published this, the 100 or 200 or 1,000 people, again, you can add as many records into the CSV as you want. That's one of the other cool features of this. There's no limit to the amount of fields that you can add, or the amount of records that you can add. So to make this easy, I'm just going to make the student number 111. I'm going to make the name student 1, and I'm going to make the mark 80%. Then the second student, I'm actually just going to copy this down, let's say to student 10, and then make that 3, 4, 5, 6, and make that 0. Obviously this will be the actual, okay, the zeros are not going to work. Let's make that like that. Okay. So we've got our student numbers. Now again, this obviously will coincide with the exact numbers of the people that you've got. The idea behind this is that it allows you, again, you can use it in various ways. One of the best ways to use it is like I say, in a case like this where you've got unique data that's linked to a unique person or a unique group or whatever. So you want all that information in one spreadsheet, but you only want the person viewing the information to see their own results. You obviously don't want to see student number 1 to see student number 2's result. So that's why it's linked to the specific student number, or you can create a password for it, or whatever the case is. I'm just going to add some random numbers in here for the exam marks. Let's make that 60. Let's give somebody 100%, and we make that 180. Okay, so now we have populated all our fields. We've got 10 students in our class. We've added their numbers, we've added their names, we've added their marks. What we now need to do is we now need to save this file. We need to make sure that we save it as a CSV file as well, or the same file extension that we downloaded it as. So it will tell us that it will be saved as a CSV or a comma delimited file. We are happy with that. We give it a name, student exam marks. We then save that file. Depending on the version of Excel that you're using, Excel is always going to warn you that you are saving the file in a specific format, and there might be some features that you're going to be losing. We are 100% sure that we want to save it as a CSV. So I'm going to click on yes, so that we have the right format that we are looking for. If we then go back to our website or our control panel, we now want to reverse the process. We've now downloaded the CSV with the columns. We've added the information. We now want to go and find that file and update that information to the website. So what we need to do is we need to click on that, find the file that we've got, click on it, click on the open button. It will give us the name of the file that we've got. If we then click on upload CSV, it will then have entered the information onto the website. Now, what we now need to do is we can immediately go and publish that. Go to our website, refresh the website, and we should then see the data module. Now, as I showed in a previous video, this data module name I can now change to July exam results or whatever it is, so that the students would know where to go. If they click on the module, they will see that the information is there. Now, before I get to that, I just quickly want to show you, if we go to advanced options, you'll see under advanced options you can search for and delete records. So before we even go to the website to see if the information is there and it's working correctly, you can actually come here and you can search for a student number. Now remember, we put student number as the searchable field. If we had more than one searchable field, then it would show the different searchable fields under here. We know there's a student with this number. We click on search and it will show us there's the student number, that's the name of the student, that's the mark of the student. We can now go and individually edit this information, so that instead of us having to download the CSV again and go and change it there, we can actually, if we made a mistake with the exam mark and we want to change it to 81 or whatever, we can enter that in here, click on the edit button, and that will then change the exam mark. The reason I actually came back is I wanted to show you there is also an instructional text and settings option under advanced options. Now if you go to that, this is the part. Now if we go back to the website, I'll show you what I've entered in here. I just said please enter your student number, and I'm going to say for your exam results. This is the bit at the top of the module that will explain to people what they are going to find or what they need to do to basically get what it is that this module does. So we are telling people that they need to please enter their student number to get their exam results. Because I changed it, I'm just going to add the text. I'm just going to publish the website. If we go back here and we refresh the website, we should now see the different text that I've added, or the bit that I added at the end of that. As a student, I'm now coming to the website. I am student number 555. I want my results. If I click on it, I know that we added 555 as a student number next to student number 5, so I can see my name and I can see my exam results.